Welcome back to the BTSI show. I'm your host, Chris Ridgey. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a heterosexual male, and I have questions. Not in regards to the LGBTQ plus community itself, because how they got to that decision, that they chose to be part of that, is their decision. That's not for me to understand. Well, it's not for me to understand right now. Maybe later on down the future, but as of right now, that's not now. It's not the time. I'm not a wordsmith neither, not yet at least. But I want to say there are some words that are being misused and misrepresented, like the word homophobia. I know what the word phobia means. I know what the word homo means. One, same, or in this case, homosexual. Put those two words together, different definition. Here it is.
Here's the definition of homophobia: dislike of or prejudice against homosexual people.
Dislike or prejudice towards anybody in the homosexual community. But you use the word phobia in there, and that means fear. Phobia, fear. Any root word prior to the word phobia should determine what you are in fear of. Let's use spider for an example. Here's arachnophobia.
Here's the definition of arachnophobia: extreme or irrational fear of spiders.
And for the record, there's other words that we can get into that has phobia and another root word to it, but like I said, we'll be here all day, and I'm running out of time. I just want to get straight to the point. I do think the word homophobia is being misused, misdefined, which caused people to misuse it, in my opinion. When a white person hates a black person based off of the color of the skin, it's racist. If a man hates on a woman because she's a woman, it's sexist. I just think when anybody in the straight community hates on somebody in the LGBTQ plus community, I think homophobic is the wrong word. Because that means fear. In my opinion, you fear homosexuals. Now, someone say your hate could be rooted from fear. Fair enough, but I'm gonna get to that in just a second. I just think there should be another word for that. Personally, that's what I believe. There's just that word is being misused. And I'm not smart enough to come up with words of that. There's people who much more smart than me, whether in the straight community or better yet in the LGBTQ plus community, who could come up words that can fit that in that category. I just think homophobia is not the words to use. Now, as far as the fear part, if you have a genuine fear of the homosexual community, like fear, real frightening fear, that's when that word is appropriate. If you walk in a room, it could be one person that is homosexual, or it could be the whole room homosexual. If you have a terrifying fear inside of you, yes, that's homophobia. At least that's how I'm looking at it. Now, if you go on saying F words that rhyme with maggot and some other homosexual epithets that I don't know, yeah, that's a form of hate right there. But genuine fear, that's what I'm talking about. That's just strictly scared. Like, for example, Pastor Troy. Woo! Now, that Instagram post was hate. Applebee's ain't got shit to do with that post. I don't even know why you put your son in that post. And it was based off of what Lil Nas X wore to the Grammys. What Pastor Troy said in that Instagram post was hate. What he said on the radio would have been better, sounded much better if he just said that and worded different. I can come to the defense of that because I know in my household, we don't bully anybody, we don't hate anybody, but LGBTQ plus, as much as we're knowledgeable about it or limited about it, that's not a lifestyle that is accepted in my house from me, my wife, and my son. But those outside of my house, you watching this video, that's your prerogative. You can go outside and be what you want, do what you want. That is your decision. And guess what? People like to bring the Bible in because, yes, in God's eyes, that's a sin. But guess what? God also said you have a choice to be what you want to be and do what you want to do because I gave you free will to do it. That's also in the Bible as well. So my job is to treat those of the LGBTQ plus community like a human being, because that's what they are at the end of the day. And you got to treat people the way you want to be treated. I'm a wise man because I know I'm not. I listen to other people who has the answers, and that's how I become smarter. So that's all I wanted to say. If someone's spewing hate to the LGBTQ plus community, I will not call them homophobes. I will not call them homophobic. I will call them a hateful person until we have the right substitution word. That's just me. So, like I said, comment section below. Help me out. I am Christopher J. I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.